Hey, hello everybody, welcome back, welcome me back. It's been a while since we've done a 2 p.m. Thursday live. Apologize for my travels, but wow, it was so worth it. We had some amazing things happen. And you guys are probably feeling all those energies, all of that stuff with activations happening. So be aware if you've been feeling really triggered on your female suppression, on any time of having been burned at the stake, on being suppressed in your feminine aspect and your power, being persecuted for that. Hi Willow, good to see you. That is a lot of the energy that was up in this. All of the old persecutions throughout, specifically throughout Europe, but it wasn't just about Europe. It was about that feminine and the crunching and really bringing it back up. So all that energy working has been triggering all of that for you guys, and I'm sure you've been feeling a bit chaotic, a bit almost like maybe not a strong upheaval, but as if there's these waves going of really pushing you off balance. And what is this about? A lot going on in the world energetically, and we are already moving into the energies that are going to happen with Tibet coming up, which is only like 6-7 weeks away. And I will be announcing later on about transmissions for that trip, but wanting to close off on the activations here and how powerful of a time we're in between that one and this one, this window. You're going to feel a lot shift. You're going to feel a lot really calling you to deepen your connection to yourself, calling you to really find what's true for you on your path, on where you really are supposed to be, who you really are on a resonant basis, and what resonates around you. If your surroundings aren't resonating, you need to change them. If your crowd isn't resonating around you, you need to change it. So just paying attention to that as you're moving forward and feeling that. Hi Liz, hi Rosa, good to see you guys. Hi Denise. And so coming in today, I'm so glad to be back. I've had some great questions. And one of the questions that was posted over the last 2 weeks was about Lemuria and the dragons in Lemuria. So I want to address that because this isn't the only person, obviously, that will benefit from this answer. And the question was, were there dragons in Lemurian times? And was their color purplish-white? So starting with the fact that the dragons were the ones that were holding space for this universe to be created. They've been here since the inception, since the actual creation of the planet itself. In that time frame of, all right, there's energetic grids, the fifth dimensional plane is set up. All of this is being held in place by the dragons, and now the 3D matter can come into play because it's all a stepping game. You know, it's just like building a house or building a large construction building, right? It's not built in a day, it's built over time. And I know that in God's beautiful power of creation that boom, things can manifest, but then things have to slowly be put into their building blocks. And it has to happen. So that's why for me, creation and evolution have always fit hand in hand, because yes, all these elements were brought and made available, and then yet species evolved, the earth evolved, things evolve over time. So for me, seeing the dragons and their involvement from the get-go, there have been actually dragons present in all of the different epochs of human history, in all the different civilizations. So yes, Lemurian times were very connected. I would say that in Lemurian times, the dragons were more present than even in Atlantean times. I would say that was the last time they were very strongly present, almost as a majority over other beings that were here. I would say the majority of the beings on the planet were dragon. They were free to come and go in dimensional spaces, and so being able to see and watch them shapeshift in that time, they were actually sharing technologies like that with humanity, how to move in the spaces in between, how to actually move through the light grids in the planet. That's why that civilization was so advanced. They had the dragons there for that knowledge, for that teaching, for actually showing how, bringing people into the circle of all right, let me show you what to do and how you do it. And the beginning of us having ourselves incarnate as dragon and human side by side. That's where the aspect of a dragon keeper is. And some of you will have memories of that, of being a dragon keeper, where you actually walked side by side with your dragon in both forms simultaneously. And I feel like that happened a lot in Lemuria. Were they specifically purplish white? No, but some of them were. It depends always, the color that they emanate is the realm they're from, the frequency they're working in, and how they are presented as a being. My first and foremost form as water dragon emanates predominantly in an aquamarine bluish green tint. Does that mean that I haven't been other colors in different times, or that I couldn't be that color in the Lemurian times? No, absolutely not. You will always have an opportunity to emanate in your truest frequency, and we choose. Everybody that we come in, we choose our form, our color, our like when we're a dragon, we can choose different scale patterns. There's different reasons for all of it, and there's different reasons why we choose maybe this go around to have red hair, black hair, blonde hair, whatever color skin, whatever body shape. You know, we get frustrated at our body shape sometimes, especially as we get older, and it's harder and harder to manage how our body shape looks, and realizing that we designed all that. You know, that's where self-responsibility in your journey. Have you realized yet that everything in your life, every circumstance, whether it's your physical body, your physical surroundings, the people in your life, the dramas that are going on, the events that are being attracted to you every day, you're creating those. Your soul is drawing those to you for a specific awakening, for a specific opening and lesson. So hopefully you are starting to realize that you're not a victim of anything. Nothing is happening to you, but everything is happening for you to graduate from something on a level. So allow that understanding to just sink in. And yes, allow the opening of the question of, wow, what epochs were dragons on the planet that I was still dragon? Was I here in the Lemurian times as maybe a dragon keeper, as both dragon and human side by side? Where does that resonate for you? Where is it hitting you in the core and sort of sparking? Because some of you won't have a resonance with that, and others of you will feel almost a head to toe shiver or a tingling on the skin, or the something where your body has a signal that teaches you or shows you when you're hearing truth, that you're hearing something that you need to pay attention to. So allow that to come in. Allow yourself to start becoming aware of, how is my higher self, my soul, talking to me so that I know when I'm right on, when truth is being told or shared, or I'm hitting on the money of I got the message accurately. Pay attention. There's always opportunity for signal. Now with that signal, I'm going to bring up book club, because some of you are going to get that head to toe shiver or that heart pull of like, oh, I just have to do that, because the book club, as some of you on the call know, I think quite a few of them on the call here today have been in book club. It's not just a book club. It is so much more than that. And that, in fact, some days we don't even talk about the book, right? Hello, Manuel. But there's so many subjects related to the dragons, related to our journey of opening, whether it's light language, whether it's the Devic kingdoms, whether it's, you know, all the different realms and how they work together. I'm just trying to think of all the different discussions we have in book club. It's just an amazing opportunity to bring your questions to me as the author, but also to the group of, hey, I'm experiencing this. Are you guys experiencing this? And Araya, can you like talk about that in a little more depth or profundity for us, so that we can maybe understand this question deeper? And let's see, Weldy is saying thanks for the invite, Liz. Oh, you guys are helping each other find the call. Awesome. So what happens in book club is for 2 hours a week for 6 weeks in a row, starting Wednesday. It's Wednesdays this time. We're changing it up, trying to make something work for everybody. It is still 11:30 to 1:30, my time zone, which is Pacific Standard Time, same as Los Angeles, even though I'm in Reno. Because that allows people to participate from all over the globe. That time frame in the middle of the day, some people get frustrated that, well, it's United States working hours, but if you can find a way even to be off for 1 hour of your lunch and then catch the replay for the other hour, or maybe make a special deal to take 2 hours off and work an hour late that day, it allows the European sector to be included because it's nighttime for them. And then it also allows people that are in Australia that are very motivated to get up and be at like 4:30 in the morning their time. I've had it happen that they can be part of it as well. So it really stretches the globe. And we've had wonderful international groups all the way from Mauritius to Australia to Canada to South America. So it's a beautiful way to interact with other dragons around the world and get that group dynamic. Because what happens in a group, you get exponential energy exchange. And not only is that during the dynamic discussions going on, because the discussions alone will trigger and move a lot of energy for you. But because we're working together in a closed sphere, and I'm calling in the dragon energies, there are meditations each week where we do a 20 to 30 minute guided meditation each week with different dragons based on, and there's never a set format. Depends on the group that shows up, depends on the energy of the day and what's happening for the group, on which dragons show up. And sometimes there's multiples, sometimes there's new ones, sometimes they're the standard elementals that we like to work with to begin with. But I guarantee that in 6 weeks, some change will happen. And everyone that has been through it says it's so much more than a book club. So I encourage you, either message me, email me if you want to get the link to register. There are only 10 spaces. I've got 2 gone already, and we do start 2 weeks from yesterday. So we're Wednesday the 24th to August 28th, and I'm looking forward to it. It is so much fun. And hope we didn't talk much about the book. Nope, we didn't talk about the book much, but we had some great discussions about all things dragons. Exactly, Weldy, and it was super fun and super transformative. People, you know, it's amazing you can have a 2-hour time together and grow this real strong bond with other people in the group. You might meet other of your dragon family in that connection, and that might be the main reason that your guides are saying, go, you need to go, you need to do this. It is $333 as an investment. What does that do for you? That's the whole 6 weeks. All the classes are recorded, so you can catch them late, or, you know, if you have to miss one or leave early, come on late. But you also can download and have them for yourself to re-listen to the meditations over and over again, or certain conversations that, you know, a year from now you might be doing some work and re-listen to it and get another level of information out of it. That's why rereading the book even again and again, 8 months later, a year and a half later, you get more out of a different level because you're at a different place on your journey, and it will keep spiraling you up. So keep going with the work. And yeah, if you have questions about the book, man, book club is a perfect way to come and have my attention as the author right there in front of you to walk you through that, help you understand it, help you integrate that energy and that information into your body. So let me know if you need the info. And Tibet is coming up. I'm so excited. September 5th to the 18th. We have a group of 11 so far. It is a powerhouse group. I tell you, there are no faint of heart on this journey. All the individuals that are coming, I know them personally, and they are powerhouse dragons. I've had either phone calls with them or have worked with them in some way, and I tell you what, it's going to be an amazing group. And talk about a transformation for life. If you have had any pull whatsoever to that, jump in now, call me, email me right now this week, because the deadlines are getting short for us to get all our documents for visas and everything. And I will take up to 15, so I can do 3 or 4 more people. And I do have, you know, some interest out there, and they might call me back today and take that spot. But if you're interested, please reach out to me somehow. And then, of course, I just finished a beautiful discovery call. I love doing those. It's a great way to connect and just feel energetically, are we a good fit? Do you have questions about how I work, or, you know, what you were aiming to get out of work with me, and what would be the best way to do that? Is it sessions? Is it a book club? Is it a program? Help me guide you into that process. Discovery calls are free. 20-minute dragon readings, 75-minute full readings. Every tool is available for you on your journey. Just reach out and let me know how I can facilitate getting you to that place, because that's what I'm here for. And I'm really excited to be back. The trip was amazing. Travel is always, you know, everyone has this impression of travel being exotic and, oh, it's so great to be over there in Europe. And granted, there are those beautiful moments, and a lot of the trip is, but there are also travel days, and there are delayed trains, and there are delayed flights, and there are closed stores or restaurants that close right when you're wanting to go there, and hungry moments, and, you know, the realities of travel. It's hard and it's tiring, and so I'm glad to be back and have a little respite before the next trip, because I know the next one is really going to be energetically a big powerhouse trip, and that's why I'll be offering transmissions on it. So if you know that you're interested in transmissions already because you've done them before with me, also send me your name through a message or an email so that I get you on the list to notify when I have that information ready, so you don't miss it, because I will have a deadline on that. Any of the transmissions, I will have to be aware of those people involved before I head off on the 31st of August, because internet service where I'm going in Tibet will not be available readily. I guarantee it. So I might be absent for 3 weeks, and I need to have all the names of who I'm facilitating transmissions for before I go. But we'll talk about that before I go. We got some time. Right now, focus on book club and post in any other questions. This was a great question about Lemuria and an understanding of all the different epochs. That's one of the things we talked about in book club too, was some of the different time periods through the history of the planet and how that formation happened. When were the dragons there? Dragon samurai. Does that trigger something? Dragon samurai is a pretty big topic. So just allow yourself to sit with what you need on your journey. And if I can help you with that, reach out, please. So it's great to be back. I will see you guys next week. I'm going to probably talk a few times this week live, off and on if you catch it, about the book club again. So anybody you know that might be interested in it, send them the information. I'll put the event link in the description so it's easy to find. And yes, Rosa's saying, yes, I want transmissions. Absolutely, you're on the list, Rosa. Beautiful. So have a great day, you guys. We'll see you next week. Enjoy summer, or I guess midwinter for some of you. I know down in South Africa we've got some dragons down there in the midst of the cold. So sending you a beautiful warm hug from sunshiny summer. All right, lots of love to you guys. Bye.